All right, guys, how's everybody doing today? We're going to get started in just a couple minutes. Today, we're going to start with a review of the stuff we worked on last session on Monday. If you can, we got our 4 pucks out here. I have my pucks about 3 feet apart from each other, front to back, and then I'm going to set up my extra stick on top.
I think the screen is frozen.
Oh, boy. Okay.
I think so.
All right, I'm setting up my stick here. My pucks are about 3.5 feet apart from each other, and I have my stick, my extra stick, running north to south. Okay, we're going to start with a review from our last session where we started with the around the world progression, working on rotating our upper body, bringing that puck 360 degrees around the body. Today, instead of using the board, I'm going to use my stick as my guide. So this stick, again, is running north to south. And I'm going to set myself up just about in the middle of that stick. And I'm going to work that around the world progression right from where we left off on Monday. We're going to be going from the backhand side across the body out in front of that extra stick, reaching the hands off the body. Then we're going to move it over to the forehand, triple threat position, and then twisting the body, reach all the way behind. Okay? Work the ball back around your body, speeding up as you go. We're going to try to warm up our hands. Make sure you're twisting with the top hand, lifting from the bottom, and moving that ball as quickly as you can all the way around your body. Okay? After you go a few times, okay? After you go a few times, we're going to make it a little harder and get the rest of our body warmed up by practicing some balance. So you're going to step, again, same spot here, right in about the middle of your stick. You're going to lift up your right foot, balance on one foot, and continue with the same progression, working all the way around your body while balancing on one foot. Okay? Try to get all the way behind, hold your balance, struggle through it, and then come all the way back across your body, holding that 1 foot balance as you go. After you do that left foot, you can balance on your right foot, come all the way back here to your backhand side, knee bent, come to the middle, around to the forehand, and all the way behind your body again, balancing on one foot as long as you can hold it, okay? Give you guys a couple minutes, keep getting warmed up, practice the left foot balance, practice the right foot balance, and go both feet until your hands are nice and warmed up here. It looks like for some of you guys, the video may have frozen. What we're working on right now, again, is the around the world stick handling progression, starting with both feet on the ground, 1 foot on each side of the stick here, okay, using the stick as our north to south guide, stick handling all the way around the body. As you've done that a couple times, you're going to progress to doing it on 1 foot, holding 1 foot in the air right over your stick, back and forth as you move all the way around the progression. All right, very good. Now, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to move into the top hand strength that we started with on Monday. That's going to be working on stick handling just with your top hand. Hopefully you practice this a little bit more after our first session, and you're already feeling like your wrists are getting a little bit stronger. Using the elevated stick in front of you, you're going to bend your knees, and you're going to slide the ball back and forth. Lifting your stick a little bit higher now, back and forth over the stick is going to give your wrist a little bit more of a workout than the last time we were doing this. Okay? If you can, shift your hips back and forth, get a little bit of work in your lower body, feel your weight shifting back and forth like it would on the ice. Okay? Keeping that ball as close to the middle of your blade as you can right now, working it somewhere between the heel and the middle is a good spot to start. Okay? We want to make sure that we're keeping a full stick blade on the ground as we go here. Try to keep going for about 30 seconds to a minute in a row until you feel your wrist starting to hurt. And then once it does, try to go another 5, 10, 15 seconds after that to make sure you feel like you're struggling through the workout. You can add some extra stick handles on one side and then pull it over to the other. Add some tight stick handles, shorter ones here, and then pull it back over. Okay, remember keeping that other hand off the stick. We're stick handling just with one hand, hands out in front of the body, pull under, stick handle, a little bit on one side, and then pull underneath the stick here. Okay, back and forth. Good. All right, the next part of this progression, we're going to still be using our stick here, using our 2 pucks with the elevated stick, 2 stacks of puck with the elevated stick. We're going to reach out around the front of the stick, pull underneath, and then pull in close to our feet, all with one hand. This is a figure 8 pattern, all the way front to back around your stick. Again, doing this just with your top hand. Okay, you're going to pull with your toe, then with your back hand, in with the toe again, close to your feet, and then back through. You can reverse directions as you go to get some other pulls here with your backhand side of your blade and with the forehand side. Are we getting everybody unfrozen at this point? All right. Good. Try to keep going with the one-handed stick handling. If you can go in a figure 8 pattern, back and forth around your set of pucks. All right, very good. Now we're going to move on to our focus for today. This is what we finished up with last session, the hand slide, okay? When we're using this hand slide in a game, many of you will recognize it as that patented toe drag move where you're going to pull that puck in from far away from your body to right here. But the real reason that we want to practice this kind of technique is just to have better control when the puck is in around your feet in different types of situations. That may be not just a stick handling move, but that may mean catching a tight pass that's in your feet, right? Or pulling the puck in closer to your feet to take a shot in a game. So what we want to work on here, besides just sliding the bottom hand up and down the stick, is being able to pull your upper hand away from your bottom hand and keep the full blade of your stick on the ice. A lot of times what happens is when we pull the puck in close to our feet, we end up jamming ourselves up and lifting the heel of the blade in the air, in which case the puck is going to slide underneath and you lose control of it. So one thing we want to work on here as we're doing these different hand sliding drills, you're going to want to make sure you keep that blade of the stick fully on the ground from heel to toe, okay? So make sure you're adjusting your hands, positioning your top hand and your bottom hand so that they're completely on the ground as you do the drills, okay? All right, the first one we're going to do, we're going to start with those cross-body reaches that we did last session. So we're going to be here on one side of our stick handling across the body. Hands are, again, about elbows length apart. And then when we move the puck all the way to our right side, or for me, my left side, you're going to slide those hands all the way together to get the longest possible reach you can. So we're right here, stick handling back and forth from foot to foot. And then when we do our reach, we're pulling our hands all the way together to the forehand side. Okay? Pull the ball back over, stick handle the ball back and forth, foot to foot, moving your hips side to side, and then snap that ball over to your forehand side. Again, sliding your hands all the way together to get the longest reach you possibly can. You should feel it in your shoulders a little bit. As you stretch over, you want to reach as far as you can. You should be feeling it stretching in your shoulders because you're really challenging yourself to get as far across your body as possible. Okay? Take a few minutes, back and forth, and then snap the ball full reach over to your forehand side. Let's take a look. Good job, Darren. Good job, Max Larson. Good job, Anthony Palm. All right, again, remember to slide your hands from elbows grip all the way to hands together on your forehand side as you reach across your body. Trying to keep your feet firmly planted in one spot. All right, now the next one we'll do, we're gonna work on our backhand side, okay? Same idea. You're gonna stand on the opposite side of your stick handle quick, back and forth here, moving your hips back and forth, and then snap to a full reach, sliding your hands together, dropping your shoulder, and reaching to the backhand side. Slide it back under, stick handle back and forth, elbows length grip, and stretch all the way across to your backhand side. Okay, full reach, again, stretching through your elbows, bending your knees, keeping yourself low in the hips. Okay? Stick handle here, eyes up, and snap the ball over to your backhand side, sliding your hands all the way together. Good, make sure you're working on your backhand side right now. Reach all the way as far as you can, keeping both hands on the stick to practice sliding the lower hand up to the top of the shaft. All right, next one, we're gonna combine both of those. We're gonna have our feet in the middle here, stick handling back and forth over our stick, and then we'll snap to the forehand. Okay, stick handle on the forehand side, and then snap all the way to the backhand. Stick handle on the backhand side, snap all the way to your forehand. Okay, reaching out here, hands together, real close together, snap it all the way across. As you come over your stick in the middle, you're going to see that your hand is going to slide down and then back out as you come to the other side. Again, very slowly. My hands are close together here on the outside. And then as I slide the ball across, I'm going to lift and then slide back out. As I lift the stick, my stick over my obstacle here, I'm going to be sliding my hand down the stick and then back out again. Down and back out across my body, okay? That's the thing we want to focus on here. Even if you go a little bit slower, make sure your hands are together, apart, together. Together, apart, together, okay? And if you can exaggerate, really coming all the way in and then back out, that's going to be great practice for this hand slide technique, okay? Hands are together, slide out, across, and then back together, okay? Together, apart, together. Together, apart, together. Give it a try. The key here is to keep that bottom hand very loose on the stick. You're holding the stick tight with the top hand, looser with the bottom hand, so that you can touch your hands together on one side, slide them very far apart, and then touch them back together all the way on the full reach on the other side. Good job, Colin. Good. Anthony Palm, try to exaggerate that slide a little bit more. Pull your hand all the way down the stick as you go across the middle. Good job, Edward. Nice job. All right, the next one we're going to do here, this one actually is better with a puck sometimes. If you have at your house a sliding board like I do, all right, now's a good time to use that. I saw a lot of you guys have different tiles or boards. That'll be perfect for this. I'm going to set up my board here. And I'm going to stand on the forehand side, right? I'm going to stand, since I'm a lefty, I'm going to stand on the right-hand side of my board. And I'm going to practice what we call pull to push, okay? So I'm going to set myself up right here on the forehand side. I'm a lefty, so that's the right side of the board. I'm going to get the puck as far away from my body as I can, reach out about 45 degrees in front of me, and I'm going to have my hands tied together here real close, and then I'm going to pull the puck all the way into my feet, turning my hands all the way around the puck and catching it on my forehand right here. And as I do that, like I said before, your focus should be to keep that blade fully on the ice from toe to heel when you're catching that puck in close to your feet, right? So again, hands are together here, really far out from your body. Okay, again, stretching them as much as you can. And then you're gonna pull the puck into your feet, twisting your hands around it to catch the puck on your forehand. After you catch it on your forehand, you're going to push it back out. So this is a pull to push, okay? Pull to push drill. Okay, again, you're practicing sliding the hand down your stick, okay? By keeping this lower hand in the same spot, all I'm doing really is pulling my top elbow back and twisting my right wrist, my top hand wrist around the puck to catch it here on my forehand and then push it back out. So again, this is pull to push, keeping the bottom hand of the stick very loose so that you can keep nice, smooth control of the puck as it comes from really far away from your body in tight to your feet, okay? Really far out, in tight to your feet here, okay? All right, let's see it. Good. Chris Cacavano, that looks good. Nice job. Sherman, very good. Again, guys, the key with a lot of these drills is to exaggerate the details, okay? So when we have our hands together with the puck reached really far out, make sure your hands are touching all the way together. And then when you pull the puck into your feet, try to keep the blade perfectly flat on the ground and slide your hand all the way down the stick where your bottom hand's almost reaching all the way down to the blade of your stick. You're not going to use that all the time in a game, but exaggerating the details in practice makes things seem much easier when you get out onto the ice. Liam Benson, that's perfect. Good job. All right, very good. Now, we'll move on to the backhand side of this same drill, okay? So I'm going to move my board over a little bit. All right. Now, on this side, on the backhand side, this will be working on a little bit of both. You're going to be pulling the puck into your body, but you're also going to be working primarily, again, on top hand strength because you're going to be doing this with one hand, all right? So with one hand here, you're going to pull that puck into your feet and then push it back out. Pull into your feet with your backhand and then push it back out, okay? Grab it on your toe, middle of the blade, pull into your feet, and then push it back out on your backhand. You can keep it on the backhand the whole time. That means you're really twisting that wrist. All right. All right, guys, that's really good. So before we finish up for today, what I want to say is all of these drills, again, you should be working on these for the next 20, 30 minutes. If you want to add in some challenges like we did on Monday, that's going to be taking those 4 pucks and stacking them in pairs of 2 and then standing on top of them, doing some of these different drills to challenge yourself. The one that's really good is if you want to do that around the world progression, balancing on 1 foot with 1 stack of pucks underneath that foot, okay? So that'd be 1 foot balance with the pucks underneath coming all the way around your body, back and forth to either side. Keep practicing. One other thing that I'm going to ask for everybody is to stay connected with your teammates.
Make sure you're checking in on everybody. It's great that so many of you guys are doing this together. Reach out to the kids you played with from last season. Make sure they're doing all right. Make sure they're staying involved in hockey. Challenge them to different competitions if you want to. And one more challenge I had for everybody, knowing that tomorrow is going to be a really nice day outside. I want everybody to get outside, spend some time working specifically on your wrist shot. There are so many videos on YouTube, and we can post a few that we've seen that are really good ones. One of our coaches even made one for some of the Mike teams already, so we might send that out to everybody as well. Practice your technique, focus on one shot, take 200 to 300 pucks and take as many shots as you can a day. And the bigger challenge that we have for you guys is I want all of our players tomorrow to challenge their parents. And I want you to take your parents outside and teach mom or dad how to take a wrist shot. Okay? Spend some time, go through all the techniques, teach them how to take a great wrist shot. And if you want to post the video from this, post it on Instagram or anywhere you want, and you can tag us at Union Thunder Youth Hockey. Okay, that's at Union Thunder Youth Hockey. Love to see what you guys are doing at home, and keep up the great work. We'll see you guys again soon. Thank you.